So another reason why this project is so important is because of the location, South Vaughan Metropolitan Center. Moving forward, guys, if you're talking about downtown Vaughan, it's all about South Vaughan Metropolitan Center. The entire Vaughan Metropolitan Center is 442 acres. We know that to the north of Highway 7, we've got smart centers, we've got KPMG, we've got wonderful developments like Transit City. There has been so many great things that have happened north of Highway 7. South of Highway 7 is where Menkes and their financial partner Quadrail. Quadrail is one of the biggest real estate asset management firms in the entire country. They manage assets well into the billions. That's billions with a B. The amount of money and power behind this development between Menkes and Quadrail is unbelievable. And this is where for the next 10 years, every single year, I'm going to be calling up Tony and saying, Tony, can I present to your brokerage? Because Menkes has made a commitment to bring 1,000 units to South Vaughan Metropolitan Center every year for the next 10 years. So as our realtor partners, I'm telling you that this is the best place to put your professional presence in. Because once you get your presence in the South Vaughan Metropolitan Center, you have now given yourself work for the next 10 years. Okay? That is guaranteed projects coming to South Vaughan Metropolitan Center every year from Menkes. That is the type of commitment they have made. We all must work to live. We're salespeople, right? We need projects coming to market to sell, and we need projects from reliable builders who will deliver projects on time that will result in a financial return for your clients. And M2 Towns is offering something that's very special in the sense that it's what we're talking about in the next slide, which is the shift in value market economy. So when you talk to your clients, and listen, you guys are on the front lines more than anyone. We are business to business. We communicate agent to agent. Every single person joining me today, you guys are the ones talking with your clients every day, getting the feedback. And because of the feedback we've been getting from agents over the last 2, 3, 4, 5 months, it has been that agents are becoming more and more educated about where their money's going, and they're becoming a lot more cautious. So even though the buyers have the down payment, they're now going to the agents and saying, you know what, where's the best value I'm going to get for my money? And as someone who actively sells downtown sites, I can tell you that you really can't go wrong investing in the GTA. But a lot of buyers who maybe can only invest in 1 or 2 projects a year, or who are a little bit cautious right now because of the ups and turns that we've seen over the last few months, buyers are going, you know what? If I'm buying a 1-bedroom for $650,000, $680,000 downtown, my rent is $2,200, $2,300 a month. I'm losing almost $1,000 a month after maintenance fees. And I don't know if my equity is going to go up every year to justify that cost. So even though there's always value in investing downtown, I truly believe that we have amazing projects. Menkes is one of those builders that really understands adjusting to the market. Over the last couple of years, you'll notice that Cornerstone, we have been taking on a lot more low-rise projects because there has really been a shift in the investor market. So when I say value market economy, this is the shift where it's no longer about buyers calling everyone here and going, hey, I need an allocation at the hottest project. Everyone's talking about it. I don't care if it's above market value. I want to buy. Buyers are now going, you know what? I need to see more guarantee that I'm going to be getting a better return on my investment with monthly rental. And I want assurance that I'm going to make money on the resale market because they're becoming more cautious. So Menkes, they just celebrated their 67-year anniversary. When you think about the economic ups and downs a developer experiences in 70 years, Menkes has been through it all, and they've still managed to be one of the most trusted, established, and reputable builders in the entire country. So a situation over the last few months, Menkes knows better than almost any other developer how to survive and thrive in those circumstances. And the only way to do that is, again, adjusting to the changes in the market. And that is what makes M2 stacked urban townhomes so special, is that stacked urban townhomes, similar to Lake and Town, similar to what we offered at Mobilio last year, they offer a very unique opportunity where you're buying something on the subway line, which is amazing, but you're getting twice as much square footage, significantly less buy-in price, and your buyers are looking at what we call future proofing. As in, you know that to the best of our ability, based off of consistent resale data, based off of consistent market analytics, our team at Cornerstone, we are constantly doing in-depth market analytics to make sure we're providing the best research and the best guidance to our developer clients. And also, when we come to your brokerages, we're giving you the most on-time, relevant information. And we have seen that stacked urban townhomes consistently are selling at a very strong return, and they're also renting very well. And that's because stacked urban townhomes have a much more diverse tenant potential. You're not just renting to students at Yonge and College. You're not just renting to the single professional at Dundas Square. You're renting to families. You're renting to mature professionals who will pay more rent, more space, but as the buyer, as the person putting down the down payment, you're looking at less down payment, a smaller mortgage, and a higher return. That is what we call value investing. And that is where you're going to be seeing, for the reputable developers who are in tune with the market, that is where the shift is going to be going. And we really are so excited about M2 Towns because it's so relevant to where we're seeing the market go right now. And I think that's why we're seeing so much interest. So I kind of skipped and I talked about the developers. I mean, all the agents who are joining us today, I'm sure you're active in pre-con, active in resale. You know, this is what I miss about the in-person presentations. You can just, you know, have that conversation. But what I will mention is you can put your questions in the chat and we will answer at the end of the presentation. So every question will be answered. Now more than ever, not just clients, but agents need to be so picky about the projects they put their money behind. And as agents as well, because you guys spend money on advertising, your time is the most valuable thing of all. The time you spend on the phone, the time you spend on Zoom meetings, the time you spend in your car driving to one-on-one appointments with your clients. You guys are spending so much time to get that deal done, and your time needs to be financially rewarded. And that is why you as agents need to be so picky about what builder you put your name behind. And Menkes in 67 years has delivered every single project. They deliver on time. They start construction on time. And they consistently win awards and are nominated for awards with places like Terrion for the quality that they're building and the customer satisfaction. And then you look at their financial partner, Quadrail. Maybe not everyone joining us today knows the name Quadrail. They are one of the biggest real estate asset management firms in the entire country. So you look at Menkes and Quadrail, who collectively combined own about 100 acres. They own more than 100 acres in South Vaughan Metropolitan Center. And over the next 10 years, every single year, we will be bringing you a new project from these two companies who are partners on this master plan development. So I'm going to pass it on to Twinny, who is now going to start giving you some details. She's sitting right beside me. We're here the whole presentation. So she's going to be now walking you through some key details about M2 Towns. And then, of course, we'll open up the table for questions.
Okay, thank you, Rachel, for your amazing introduction. So now I'm just going to talk about and in deep into the project. So the project is located, the major intersection will be Highway 7 and Jane. So as you can see, M2 Town is located on the south portion on this parcel of the land. And you have access to not just one subway station, but two of them. And you're also closer to major highways such as Highway 400 and also Highway 407. Just let me mute myself. Okay, so what we're offering right now is urban towns, which is our two bedrooms and 3 bedroom stacks. And what we're offering this time for the 2 bedroom stacks is that you have a extended sunken patio. So as you can see on this rendering over here. So before we're talking about the project, let's dive into Vaughan, the city itself. So all these numbers that you're looking at right now, Vaughan is actually a very growing city. It's actually growing very exponentially. So because a lot of developers and also a lot of business, they see the opportunities in Vaughan. You have subway station, you're centrally located in the GTA. So they are creating more development into the city of Vaughan. So these numbers are just going to keep on growing. Now moving on to VMC. VMC itself, as you can see on the GTA map here, you can see that it's centrally located in the entire GTA. So before we're talking about the Midtown is located in Toronto, where Yonge and Eglinton is. Now we are seeing that the Midtown is actually moving up to Vaughan, especially in the VMC this location. So VMC, this is a 442 acres of development. You have more than a 1.5 million square feet of new office space, 750 square feet of new retail space, and there's going to be more than 25,000 new residents moving in. Just the South VMC itself, Main Case and Quadrilles owns over than 100 acres of land. And M2 Town is located within the South End VMC. Now moving on to transportation. Transportation is unparalleled at M2. So because we're so close, in close proximity to the VMC station, you'll technically be able to connect to any part of the GTA within an hour. And I'm not talking about driving distance. I'm talking about public transportation. If you want to go to Richmond Hill, if you take a Viva bus, it will only take you 10 minutes. North York, 34 minutes by the subway. Downtown Toronto, Union Station will only take you 43 minutes. And of course, we will have also connection to Zoom, which will take you to the west part of the GTA. And because we're in close proximity to subway, which that give you connection to 15 schools. The very close proximity one would be York University, which only a 7-minute subway ride. Toronto University with 63,000 students and ranked #1 university in the entire country. It will only take you 40 minutes subway ride. The closest one would be a new addition to the city of Vaughan, which is Niagara University, and that would just take you a 7-minute walk. And Rachel has mentioned earlier that we are seeing shift in the market because people are no longer needed to, even for students, they're no longer probably need to go to school every day. a lot of courses has moved to virtual, meaning that these students are no longer need to live close to where they're studying. So they have a better option of housing, and they also wanted to be close to subway lines. So living in M2 would be a great option for them. So we just talked about the transportation, we talked about the schools, now we are talking about the employment. So VMC is truly a mega employment hub. You have more than 218,000 jobs, which would increase by 27% by 2023. It is the most concentrated tech hub in Canada. The second largest financial service cluster in Ontario. And you see that there's a lot of head offices. These are familiar names that you have seen. These are big companies. And VMC itself, there's gonna be more than 12,000 jobs created, and 44% of these jobs will be office jobs. 1.5 million of commercial office space, which is 58% of them will be under construction. So what do you get from living at M2? Other than all those benefits that I just talked about, M2 is really a community. I'm sure that a lot of vibrant cities such as Toronto, if you're living in North York, what do you get, right? You're living in a condo. So M2 because you're in a Vaughan, centrally located location, you have this vibrant city life, but also you get a lot of green spaces. So I think more than ever now that people will be appreciating the green spaces more than ever before. So this is a really key takeaway. We did a study for the 2019 projects, low-rise projects. 8 out of the entire 88 projects in the GTA, only 3 of them are by the subway station. And for 2020, out of the 40 launches, which is low-rise projects launches, the M2 is the only project that is by the subway.
So guys, I'm just gonna interject. If there's one key message that everybody here today should take away, they say, Rachel, I can't remember any of the presentation. This is the takeaway. Out of 40 townhome projects launched this year, we are the only one by the subway line. So up until last month, 40 projects have been launched. We are the only one who's come to market by the subway. Last year, out of 88, only 3. And one of them was Mobilio, which is the sister development of M2. The other 2 projects from last year that were by the subway, I can tell you the price point was not from the 680s. It was priced from $1 million and up. So that is value investing to a T. But we try to make these points as easy and easy to convey to your client as possible. That's why later today we'll be sending you the digital PDFs of these slides so you can then use them in your marketing and use them to help in your client discussions. But this is the #1 takeaway. Urban towns by the subway, this is the first and only project this year that is offering this type of product.
So these are all the key benefits of living at M2. You have a more livable space, you get private outdoor terrace, low maintenance work. You still do have some access to selective condo amenities. You get community features such as you have access to the promenades, you get the green spaces, it's less congestion and affordability. Now, this is the second takeaway that you guys can really utilize this slide to your clients. So we did a study these are all new projects, pre-construction projects. All three of them are by the subway. So if you look at the first one, same, also a 2-bedroom condos, a 710 square feet condominium, 2-bedroom, that costs you 712,000, and the maintenance fee is 65 cents per square foot. Another great project located in Eaton Center, also 2-bedroom, 660 square feet. That would cost you 800 and almost 50,000 to purchase. And the maintenance fee is almost 70 cents per square foot. So at M2, also 2-bedroom stacked towns, you're getting a lot more livable space, which is over 1,000 square foot. Maintenance fee is, compared to the other 2 projects, it's really low, only like a quarter per square foot. And the end price is amazing. We're starting at $680. You also have close proximity to subway stations as well. Now this is our site map. So as you can see, M2 Towns is located right over here where my cursor is pointing at. The subway station, this is the Vaughan Metropolitan Center. On the south part, these would be further south, which is closer to Highway 407. And you have access to the major highways such as 407, 401, and then your Highway 400.
So before we leave, I just want to make sure that people grasp M2 Towns. You see that there's this road that the city's putting in that's going to carry you straight. The VMC subway station has 2 entrances. There's the one to the north, which is connected through the KPMG building. We all know that station. We love it. They're putting in a second entrance to the south. It's already under construction. I've been by the construction. That is to the south. And because the city's putting in this new road, a sidewalk that's actually going to carry all the way from M2 Towns and Mobilio straight to this south subway entrance. That is less than 500 meters. So it's less than a 5-minute walk. So that is still going to be your closest station. So when we say townhomes by the subway, we really mean it. Townhomes, 5-minute walk to the VMC subway station. We do just want to point out that about 5 minutes south is where you have the 407 station. So you're actually right in the middle between 2 stations, and it's the 407 station that offers the bus terminals, the GO Metro links. So through the 407 to the south and the VMC to the north, the VMC to the north is still the closest. That connects you through York Regional Transit, Zoom Transit, and then of course go to the south. So this is the definition of a transit-oriented development, which you typically only get when you're buying condos. But this is what you're getting with townhomes.
So again, what we're offering at M2 Towns are 2-bedroom stacked towns, approximately 11,000 square feet. And we're starting at the 680s. With the 3-bedroom stacks, approximately 1,400 square feet, priced from the 820s, which is amazing. And moreover, what's exciting is that we have a very special deposit program, which Rachel would give us more disclosure on that later. We are giving 1 free parking. And Rachel,
Guys, so one background that I want to give you is I am waiting for the finalized floor plans. I should be getting it later this week. As soon as 20 and myself get it, we're going to send it to Tony and he's going to deploy it to all of you. But don't wait, because I can tell you that these floor plans are almost the same as Lake and Town. 1,100 for the 2 bedrooms, which are the main and ground level, and the 3 bedrooms, which are the second and the third level, about 1,350 square feet. You guys know these floor plans. almost the same as Lake and Town. So don't wait for us to give you the floor plans later this week. You already know what the product is going to be like. Start those client discussions, because when we give you the official floor plans later this week, you're also going to be getting the finalized development caps, the finalized meter installation caps. You'll also be getting the worksheet portal. Twinny and I joined the presentation a little bit early, and we saw that your team was going over your own internal portal system. That is perfect. Don't wait for our portal system to start getting worksheets from your clients. You guys know how to be organized. You guys know how to go out there and have those client discussions. You guys are amazing. That's why we love working with your brokerage so much. Once the worksheet portal opens, you convert your worksheets into our portal system. We obviously work with your brokerage as a very close insiders. You guys are part of that tight circle of trusted broker partners that we at Cornerstone have. That's why we always wanted to do, go to your office when we have a new project, connect with you virtually in the absence of coming to your office. It's because we always work with you guys so closely, and we want to make sure that you guys are involved in every step of the process. So once our worksheet portal opens, convert your worksheets into our system, and that will allow us to determine what your clients are looking for. Now, this is a low-rise development, so it is lower density. We have festival coming up. That's why we're M2 Towns. That's why there's so much attention. The South Vaughan Metropolitan Center, you're going to be hearing about it so much over the next several months, because M2 Towns, which is with Menkay's low rise, is about a 4-minute walk, 5-minute walk from Festival. And we know Festival is going to have about 1,200 units in the phase 1 alone. So that is a project, tallest building in Vaughan for the phase 1. That's going to bring over 1,000 units to you guys and your clients. Low rise is lower density, which means we're looking at the total M2 community having about 200. As long as the support and the demand is there, we're going to keep selling. We want to sell these lots so we can then shift the attention on to Festival nearby. We want all this attention on the South Vaughan Metropolitan Center. But because it is a low-rise project with lower lot density, it does mean that you should prioritize your top priority clients. We don't have hundreds and hundreds of lots. It's about 200 total. So I would recommend that for your priority clients, you have a sit down with them. You have a phone call, you have a Zoom, and you say, listen, this is a very special opportunity and not everyone can get in. So I need to make sure that you're firm, that you understand how special this project is, and those are the worksheets that you submit. So our team knows when we talk with Tony, we're always talking with Tony, we know which worksheets to prioritize because these are your most important clients. This is the type of project you want to put your most important clients in. And a reason is the deposit structure. I think Twinny has done a great job in talking about what makes the value of urban towns by Menkay so special, especially because they're by the subway. But this deposit structure, I'm selfish. I like talking about it because in selling Menkay's projects for almost 5 years, I've never seen a deposit structure like this from them. Menkay's has really understood and taken feedback from agents and Cornerstone as we sell for them. The market is really looking for flexible deposit structures. If we were in person, I would ask you guys for your feedback, but maybe just give me a thumbs up or give me a nod. Clients now are looking for more flexible deposit structures. Menkay's has really listened to that feedback. And that's why the 15% deposit structure that we're offering for M2 Towns is stretched over 2 years. And this isn't written down, but other than the first 5% due in 30 days, the rest of the deposit payments are 2.5% over 2 years. 5% in 1 month, 2.5 in 6 months, 2.5 in another 6 months, 2.5 in another 6 months, and then finally the last 2.5 at 2 years. So that means you're looking at 15% total over 2 years in 2.5% increments after the initial 5. That is amazing. For a 2-bedroom priced in the 680s, it means you're looking at, after the initial month deposit, you're looking at about $18,000 per payment. That's amazing. Compared to a $680,000 1-bedroom downtown, where you're paying 20% in a much tighter time frame, and you're looking at actually renting it out for less than you would this stacked townhome. So this is really unbelievable, guys. This deposit structure, you're not going to see at a lot of projects. I think Menkes is really trying to offer something special because they understand the market. When you've been around for 67 years, you know you have to adjust to the market. And that's why I really feel like you guys should really prioritize your most important clients for this. You know, the ones who are saying, listen, I can only invest in 1 or 2 projects this year. What is going to get me the best return on my investment? Which is going to give me the best flexibility with my down payment? And which is going to give me a future-proof investment, short-term and long-term? As in, I'm gonna have great rental potential, I'm gonna have lower monthly carrying costs, and I'm gonna have stronger resale. That is what M2 Towns is. So I'm selfish. I wanted to talk about the deposit program because I think it's amazing. It's so exciting. And I'll give it back to 20.
Okay, so we will be doing digital signing. Digital signing will be available. And we are selling this project at our Young and Shepherd office, but it's only by appointment. If you have any question, feel free to reach out to us. These are our team's contact information. Right now, we will be open up for any question.
So before we go to the question, guys, I just want to give you a little bit of a timeline because we always want to make sure the Agents Home Life Landmark, you guys know how to plan your strategy, right? You guys have so many things going on. You have to plan when you talk to your clients, how you market it. We will be sharing the official broker package with the official floor plans later this week. Ari said, don't wait till then. You're going to be getting a lot of these slides to start talking to your clients, to start marketing. Once the broker portal opens, you submit those worksheets that you've already prepared. You pick your top priority clients. Then our team will review the worksheets. Then we will begin confirming the allocation and signing process. We are looking at signing early August. I don't have the specific date yet, but that means it's coming up quick. So we are now looking at giving you about 2 or so weeks to start preparing. But once the portal opens, things will move very quickly. So let's use every asset, every detail that we're going to be sharing to really go to your clients and pre-prepare them. Because this opportunity, unfortunately, 200 lots, it can't go to everybody. So that's why you really want to make sure you're having those qualification discussions with your clients, because this is not something you want to miss out on. This is a once a year, a once in a lifetime opportunity, because I can tell you after M2 Towns, most of the development in South Vaughan Metropolitan Center is going to be high rise, condos, condos, condos. So your clients won't be able to in 2-3 years go, hey, I want any new townhome projects coming by the VMC subway. It's all going to be high-rise condos. So this is truly an opportunity that if you don't take it now, you may not have it in the future. That's how special this is. So it really is a once in a Vaughan lifetime to get this. And there's just so many great builders behind it, Menkes and then Quadrail. This is a really special offering, and we really hope that the agents listening today have really taken this information, and we really hope that we get a chance to work with you guys on this. So the questions, do we have any questions?
Rachel, the number one question.
No questions? That means we answered everything.
No, Rachel, the number one question for agents.
Hold on,
What's the
Tony.
percentage? Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
What's the percentage?
For co-op,
Yeah.
low rise is 3%.
Okay. For sure, lots of agents will ask me this question. If I don't ask you, I
It's
don't
an
know.
important question.
Great. Okay.
Yeah. Anything else, guys? Well, the good news is that if you think of any questions, you let us know. You let Tony know, and Tony can reach me 24/7. 2 in the morning, 8 in the morning. Tony, you know you can always connect with our team. Things will be picking up very quickly. So this week, later this week, you'll be getting official details, and then it's just off to the races from there.
Hi, Rachel. My name's Janice. I have a quick question here.
Okay.
Hi there. In terms of the mortgage pre-approval,
Yep.
what kind of requirement is that? It wouldn't be like a firm approval, that kind of thing, right? It would be.
That is a very good question. So no, Mancase does not require a firm approval. We will ask for a pre-approval. We do accept mortgage brokers as long as it references a tier 1 lender.
Okay. Do you
Yeah.
need the tier 1 lender bank manager to actually put on their name, their phone number, their signature?
No, so if you get it from the bank, then we do need the employee's signature. Or if you get it from a mortgage broker, it needs to have the mortgage broker's name and license number.
Clear. Thank you very much.
No problem. Any other questions? International buyers allowed. That's a great question. We usually try to prioritize resident buyers at the beginning. So do focus on your local buyers. But if you do have a very special international buyer, please let us know. Make a note on the worksheet that they're very important, and we will coordinate and see if a special exception can be made. So we'll handle that on a case-by-case basis. Assignment, beautiful question. There will be a right of assignment. We're just confirming if there's a charge, but you will have a right of assignment. Absolutely, it's very important. Anything else?
Sorry, Janice again. I have another question. What is the maintenance fee? I mean, it's not condo, probably less, but I mean, for stacked townhouse, I have no idea what the maintenance fee.
That is a great question. I'm going to let Tony answer that one.
So the maintenance fee is about a quarter per square foot.
20 cents. Yeah, about 20 cents a square foot. That's just to cover, because your lawn maintenance, all of that, it's worry-free living. The property management handles the lawn care and snow removal. So that's what the maintenance really goes to. And because M2 has so much green space, property management is also handling all the landscaping for the flowers, the trees, and the parkettes that are exclusive to the M2 community.
Yeah, it sounds good, but with that maintenance fee, 20 cents per square feet, I agree it's low. But then does the owner or the tenant have the opportunity to use any share amenities?
So there will be selected. Hello? Okay, so the maintenance fee does include selective amenities such as the children's room and also the party room.
Great, thank you.
Closing date. So closing date, yes, we're looking at 2023 closing. Any more questions? 50.
And since this is gonna be more for family. Can you share the school information? What schools?
For the public schools?
Yeah.
Twinny, like how many units for 2-bedroom, how many units for 3-bedroom?
So right now we still haven't finalized,
But it's half.
Can you hear me?
but it's half and half. So 50, I would say 50% for the 2-bedroom and 50% for 3 bedrooms.
And we need to sell both.
Can you please answer the question about the public school?
Yep, so we're actually finalizing our brochure. So in our brochure, that will give details on the public schools. There definitely are some high schools within the radius of M2 towns. So we can definitely, when we send you the official broker package, which will be later this week, it will have some details on the schools. But in the meantime, I can definitely, me and Twinny can send Tony some information on what are in the schools. Vaughan is very well known for having a lot of post-secondary schools. So we can send some details on that to Tony and he can share it with you guys. And then the parking maintenance is about $50. $50 for parking maintenance. Storage lockers, we haven't released yet, so we don't know the cost. Storage lockers usually aren't released until construction is further along. One thing that's important to note is that construction has already started at M2 because it shares the same underground parking as Mobilio. So you can actually drive your clients by the site and they can see that construction is well underway. They started digging, they're doing the pre-excavation, sorry. So we will know more about the lockers later, but again, the maintenance for parking is $50 a month and you already have one parking included with every unit. So there's no extra parking purchase. It comes with every single unit.
Can I ask a question here?
Of course.
Okay. If I have a client that is an investor, so what they plan to do is basically purchase not all the way to the closing. They just want to, make some investment. How can I convince them this is a better project as an investment compared to downtown, let's say like 199 Church and quite a few other ones, that is better investment? And then the second question is, could they assign it before the 15% that they paying for it?
No, so you are not allowed to assign before deposits are due. One thing I will say is that there's only 200 lots, guys. I would prioritize buyers who are looking to close because there's just going to be, I anticipate similar to Lake and Town, there's going to be a lot of demand. And this is not a project where you want to prioritize the speculative buyers. You want to prioritize buyers who can close. That being said, of course, there is the right of assignment. I think buying anywhere in the GTA is great. I'm never going to say one project's better than the other. Not every project is designed for every investor, and that's why it's so important as the agent to determine what your client's objective is. Now, if your client, I'm someone who actively sells, because I oversee the entire Menke's portfolio, including all their downtown sites. I'm actively selling their downtown sites. And we do know that downtown Toronto, you consistently see an increase because Toronto is the financial and entertainment capital of Canada, downtown Toronto. But I will say is that when you're buying a one-bedroom at 680,000, if your client is looking at assigning in 1 to 2 years, they have to be very cognizant of how much the appreciation is going to be. When you are already hitting downtown Toronto at about $1,350, $1,400 a square foot, if your client is not willing to wait 4 years to close, they're looking to assign in maybe 2 years, I cannot guarantee that that $1,350 a square foot is going to shoot up to $1,500 a square foot in a year and a half. We are starting to experience a little bit of a slower equilibrium in pricing, where pricing downtown is starting to creep at a slower level because people are starting to get priced out, which is why we're seeing so much development in the submarkets, places like Etobicoke, places like South VMC. Downtown will always be in demand. I will always have demand at my downtown sites. I've got 2 projects by the Eaton Center actively selling right now. But again, when you do the ROI with your client, the return on your investment, they're paying $650,000, $680,000. They're paying 20% in a much condensed time. I would urge them to really determine, since they're looking at assigning in a shorter period, how much is that pricing going to go up, as opposed to an urban townhome that has consistently shown a very steady and healthy increase, and you're buying a lower price point and you're putting less money down. That is where the deposit comes in. You're paying less money down, less of a commitment on your part, but you're looking at the potential for a much, much healthier increase in a shorter period of time because it's a lower price point. So there's a lot more return for that growth, but I think projects that are downtown or the Eaton are amazing projects. It really has to be about what is best for your client.
Okay, thank you.
No, thank you.
Also, the client, I have a couple of clients, they just can't receive any pre-approvals, but they have the cash. But I was just wondering if you guys can assist any private sectors like Alliance that easily be able to apply for pre-approval.
So that's a good question. Where there's a will, there's a way. So Menkes doesn't do their own private lending, but there sometimes, I know in the past with Lake and Town, we did have a special partnership with RBC to help people with their mortgages. Also, we accept in many cases comfort letters. So in some cases where someone's newer to the country and they just haven't built up the credit here, but they definitely have the funds, we do accept letters from the bank saying we can assure that this client has the funds that they'd be capable to close. I wouldn't let the pre-approval stop you. Again, where there is a will, we'll find a way.
And is it a must to have a pre-approval in order to buy one of your properties?
No, that's a very good question. It is not. We don't chase you for the pre-approval, but I will tell you, we need the pre-approval or the comfort letter on file before paying the co-op. So you do have a few months to coordinate that with the client and with our team. It's definitely not something that you need to feel pressure to get right away, or definitely at the time of signing. You can worry about that in, I would say, the coming weeks. So if you need some time to go to different lenders, if you want to go to mortgage broker weeks at mortgage brokers. So it's something that we need, but not right away.
Okay, wonderful. I came to this wonderful meeting just a little bit late. What is the exact address of your M2 towns?
That's important. So right now, the development application site is 30 Interchange Way, but new roads are going to be put in because this is a 10.5 acre community. So it will have several new roads put in by the city. So we don't have those new road addresses yet. We'll get those much closer to 2023. These will be new private roads.
Oh, I see. So what is the South Vaughan Metropolitan Center then?
We actually have a map. My colleague 20 can kind of give you the visual. I think that's going to be.
Please. Yeah. The map would be very helpful because we have a vague idea where exactly it is. Thank you.
So major intersection would be Highway 7 and James Street. Okay, and M2 Town.
Oh yeah, okay, I know exactly where it is then. Yeah, that's just right by the Metropolitan Center. Okay, that's just very next to it, right?
You're on the south portion.
The south portion of it. Yeah, okay, I know exactly where it is then. Okay, I got the idea. Thanks very much.
Awesome.
And I have more questions here. What about the view? I know it's not a high-rise condo that you're worried about their high buildings blocking all your views, but in general, so for these townhouse, what are the surrounding buildings or any view?
Maybe I'll pull up the site map that will give you a better clarification.
Okay.
So as you can see, this is the entire M2 towns. So if on your north, you are overlooking your neighbors, like other townhomes. On the south portion, you won't see Highway 407 because that's still a distance away, but you will mention there's green space. Yeah, you will see green spaces.
Yeah, so if you can see, the first release of M2 Towns, guys, is going to be the stacks. You can see my cursor on the southernmost portion. This is the first release of M2 Towns. So you can actually see, you know how throughout this site plan you see this red line? That red line is actually a rubberized running track that Menkes and Quadrail are putting in with the city. Again, they're working right with the city of Toronto. You see all this green space. That is part of an 84-acre outdoor development that Menkes and Quadrail are actually putting into South VMC to provide a large outdoor community space. So this red track extends all the way south of M2 Towns. That's going to be a rubberized running and hiking track. So that you can see south of the first release of stacks. This is where the first lots are going to be. There's going to be exchange. So that's a 2-lane road. Then you have that rubberized running track for people to enjoy, you know, being active. And then you have a buffer of green space. So all of that's going to separate you from 407. To the west, you have the IKEA. And then to the north, as Tony mentioned, you have more townhomes. So it really does feel like more of a private suburban community. But then as soon as you walk outside of this community, you are right in the heart of this emerging downtown. So that's what makes it a very unique offering, and something that in about 2, 3, 4, 5 years, people are really going to realize this is such a special and unique opportunity. Anything else?
So I am looking at the map now. Actually, to the south, there's also a Highway 407 subway station.
Yes, yeah, just mention that. It's going to be south of where you see this green space, all those trees.
Can people walk to the Highway 407 subway station?
Yeah,
not,
absolutely,
right?
you can. It's about a 5-minute walk. We recommend, because there is an underpass that you'll need to cross, so the easiest.
Yeah, that's exactly, I was trying to find out whether there's underpass.
Yeah, you absolutely can. You'll just have to cross the other, you probably have to go up and then cross Jane and then go south from there. The closest station is still going to be the 5 minutes to South VMC. You can walk to both.
VMC is still more
the
close.
easiest is the VMC station.
Thank you.
Okay, I love all these questions, guys. It means everyone was paying attention and engaged, and we love that. But of course, if anything pops up, please let myself or Tony know. And we'll be sending these PDF slides to Tony later today for him to share with everybody.
Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Home Life
Excellent
Landmark.
presentation. I listen every sentence you say. That's excellent presentation. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. We'll be in touch very soon, okay?